Hey everybody, Jeff Harmon here with Brilliance Within Coaching and Consulting. Here today to share with you two communication mistakes that people make again and again that really damage their ability to drive performance and change. The first mistake is to believe that power equals communication success. So Jeff, why is that a mistake, you might be asking? Power gets the job done, right? If you tell your son or your daughter, take out the trash or else, guess what? The trash is probably going to go out tonight. But for how long? That 15, 16-year-old son or daughter is going to grow up and they're going to fight back. The truth is that power does not equal communication success. Communication success is based on relationship, and power erodes relationships. You can get a few seasons out of power, even accomplish a few things, but over time, power is going to damage the relationship. And that is true at home or at work. Just for a minute, think of your employees or your team members as volunteers. Yes, of course, they're paid. They're paid some form of compensation, a wage or a salary, for their backs, for their minds, for their hands, for their feet, for their fingers on the keyboard. But what about their hearts, their ideas, their commitment, their creativity? These are gifts that must be volunteered. You can't order or demand commitment and creativity. The goal really is to be a person that's in power and also has authority with people. Power can be bought and sold, given and taken away. You can be put into a position of power because you're somebody's friend, you're somebody's brother or sister-in-law, because it was inherited. That's never true about authority. Authority can't be bought and sold, given or taken. Authority is about who you are as a person, your character, and the influence that you build with people over time. And when it comes to communication, your success comes down to this influence that you've built up with people, not the power that you possess. The second communication mistake isn't really directly about communication. It's something I call taking the monkey on your back. Think of a scenario that I'm sure all of us have faced as leaders at one point or another. You're walking down the hall in an office, and one of your team members or employee approaches you and asks for a minute, and they proceed to share a problem with you. And next thing you know, that short 2-minute discussion turns into a 20-minute session, only to be interrupted by the fact that you realize that you're late for a meeting. And it ends with you saying something like this: I don't have any more time right now, but let me think about it and I'll get back to you. And so you now own the monkey and the vicious cycle begins. By agreeing to take the next move, you're taking the monkey on your back. And you've now added one new thing to your list, and your employee has one less thing of their own. And why do we do this? Why do we consistently take monkeys on our back? It's because we want to. We're leaders. We want to do good. We want to solve problems. We want to take responsibility. As a matter of fact, most leaders are monkey picker-uppers and do-gooders. Ask your people instead to come with solutions. Ask them to answer the questions: what's really the issue? What are some options? What's the best solution? Where might you begin? Those are just 4 examples of questions that you can add into your toolkit, and ask your employees to come with those answers before they approach you with a problem. You'll find that your people are going to start making better decisions on their own. I recall a particular client who actually took those 4 questions, or a version of those 4 questions, and printed them on notepads, and actually insisted that his people answer those questions before they approach him with a problem or a situation. In one particular case, one of his managers came to him in a rush over a particular situation and realized that she hadn't answered those questions. So quickly she turned around and went back to her office. A few hours later, my client went and sought her out. Say, well, how are things going? You never came back. Do you still need my help? And she gave a classic response. She said, oh, I figured if I had to answer those questions, if I had to figure out the answers to those questions, I might as well just figure out the problem myself. Do you see the power that this can have? It creates accountability and an opportunity to challenge oneself and eliminate that cycle of dependency on the boss. And this can really drive performance of your people. To to consistently take the monkey on our back and away from our employees isn't really doing them any favors. It's robbing them of the opportunity to grow, to produce and perform, and it weighs us down as leaders. So those are two mistakes. Believing, one, that power equals communication success, and two, that it's a good thing to take the monkey on our back. So I wish you luck in your communication journey and your journey as leaders, and look forward to seeing you again here on a future video post. Talk to you soon.